Okay, I think we're going live.
Okay.
We'll get started at 7:05. The time's wrong. Oh, maybe we don't go do that. Okay, Savo, I think we did it.
Let's go.
Wow, we
I didn't
back.
know if we were gonna make it.
Did you just make that edit right now?
Yeah,
8:05.
I know. It's my I'm just a quick thinker, Molly. Just
You,
agile.
I know. Sav, it's good to be back. I've missed you.
I know. It's really good to be back. I'm very
So I feel like we have to talk about just
Oh,
this
hold on.
situation. What?
Wait. Ali, click the link. What does it say? Oh, there we go. Okay.
What?
She said it wasn't working, but now it's working.
Oh, well, there's a delay. There's going to be like a 20, 30-second
Oh, let me.
delay. Sav, are you there?
Yeah, I was just shutting my door because Ali is also. Um,
All right. Just, getting ourselves situated here.
so, can you see when people are popping on?
No, so that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open it up in a new screen so I can, and I don't think we see for YouTube Live, we don't see who's watching. We just see that there people are watching.
Can't you see how many viewers though?
Yeah, there's 3 people out there watching
Let's
us right now,
go.
including me. But the chat, I'm trying to make sure I can see the chat.
You
All
guys,
right, let's
our 3 viewers out there.
if
We
you're out there, give us a chat so I can see if I can see it. Welcome to live chat. Oh, okay, I see it. I'm gonna test it from my Cultivate. Hey there. Okay. All right, Sabo, I think we can get started. Um,
well, let's just wait 2 more minutes to make sure
yeah,
everybody
that's a good idea.
get on and y'all, we're gonna wait till 8:05 just to make sure everybody is good to go with the Zoom link. I mean the
YouTube live link.
wow.
Ami! Oh my God. I feel so excited. I'm chatting in from my Cultivate. I don't know why. My Cultivate YouTube. So if you see a Cultivate person, it's me.
Okay.
Um,
I wonder if I can look at the chat in my phone.
yeah, why don't you click, if you click the link in our Instagram, you probably can. That's actually a good idea. I should do that too. Oh, there we are. This is so crazy. Open app, maybe? All right, just a couple more minutes, guys. We'll probably get started at 9:05, 9:06 Eastern. Oh, me, so excited.
Oh, I don't know if I can see the chat though from the link.
You might need to be in, oh, board now. Board now said hi. Yeah, Almi, there definitely is a lag between the chat and what you're seeing. So I think with YouTube Live, it's like 20 seconds or 30 seconds, which is kind of awkward, but that's okay. Savo, if you use the app on your phone, if you have YouTube app, then you can see the chat. Board now, is that Nancy? Who's board now? I need you to ID yourself. Okay, Savo,
Yes. Hold on. I'm
you
just trying to
ready?
see if I can see the chat. Just give me 30 more seconds. I don't know why I can't. They can just see the video.
30 seconds granted, not a second more. I think I hear you bored now on the interaction part. I think we wanted to just try something different and see, I don't know, if people would like the variety. So we've never done this before, clearly. Actually, right before this live stream, apparently YouTube needs 24 hours before they verify your live stream account. And so I didn't start this live stream account on TTP's YouTube channel till last night at 8:50 Eastern time. So that was almost 20 minutes ago, and it was locked. We were locked out of the live stream capabilities until 20 minutes ago. So that's why we thought we were going to have to move to Zoom. But I don't know, we'll give it a go. And if it's not the vibe, then we can always move back to Zoom.
Yeah. I will also say the reason Molly and I are shifting, one of the reasons is we just know kind of, I mean, I'm working remote now, so is Molly, and just the fatigue of Zoom. We also are just
So much fatigue.
Yeah. And we're just interested to how will this change the way people show up, right? Not having to have your video on, not having to share, just kind of showing up as you are. And maybe it's not the vibe for TTB. Maybe we would want that more intimate sharing audience, but we just have a growth mindset here on TTB and we like to try out new things.
For sure. Okay, I think, Savo, we can get started. We've got like 6 people watching right now, and as people come through, we can kind of keep things updated. But the good thing is that we can share our screen. So if you come in late or if you get disconnected or whatever, we'll have the prompts up and everything on
Great.
the
Yeah,
screen.
let's do it. Cheers to
Cool.
a new
Cheers.
TTB.
Cheers. As you can see, I have my background and Sam just couldn't quite figure it out, but maybe next time. It is a lot of blue.
The computer was like, no. Also, Molly, you got to explain the beanie, please.
Oh, yes. Okay. So as you can see, or maybe not see, I don't have a titillating top bun anymore. I cut all my hair off. And if I take off my hat, I have no ears. So I'm wearing a beanie, even though it's the middle of summer, because I need to have ears. That's just like not acceptable for this. And I didn't want to give up the background. The background is too cute with our little icons, my favorite. So yeah, that's the this is the beanie story.
Should I stop sharing my screen for our intro, or are we good with this?
Yeah, we can stop sharing for a sec. Okay. All right, yeah, I'll just start by a little quick intro to TTB, because we don't really know who's here right now, who's viewing. Like, you might be new to TTB, you might be one of our regs. But I think like we wanted to just give a quick overview of how TTB started and where we're at now. So TTB started way back, like I guess pretty much a year ago now, where we were quarantined together, and we were trying to do something to foster creative connection, because we were bored and we were stagnant. And I think a lot of us were in that space back when the COVID first hit. And so we started TTB, we started using Zoom, we used Eventbrite to like kind of get our reach out there and find new people. And over time, we just really made some really great connections with people. We had awesome writing sessions. We built we, not just me and Sab, but we as in like the collective TTB community, built like such an amazing portfolio of writing. I still get chills when I like look back on the stuff that we created.
When people would show up, like Molly and I were just humbled. We were just the space creators for your magic. I was like, I'm not sharing my writing anymore. Like, they're just, no. Professional writers are showing up. I cannot.
Oh yeah, I remember one time like this girl randomly showed up. We didn't even know how she found us, and she just dropped some serious poetic wisdom, and we were like, oh, we're gonna bow down, please. Like, oh, it was so good. But yeah, that's how we started. And we took a little bit of a break. Like, Sav and I used to live together. So if you're a reg, like this is kind of weird, us not being in the same space, because we would typically be in Sav's bedroom or we would be in my bedroom and we'd be drinking wine. And it would be awesome to like create space with you, but still be physically together. So I think when I moved out and we kind of I moved to a different city, we just wanted to take a quick break, gather ourselves, and we've both gone through a little bit of transition before like reinvesting in the writing workshop. So we're like really pumped to be back, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very pumped. Okay. So on that note, just a couple things. Number one, always show up how you are. And just, make sure you have something to write with, whether it's your computer or like a notepad or pen, whatever you want to do. Share as you want. So we are moving into a YouTube live platform. This is our first time, obviously. There might be some quirks. We'll kind of see how it goes as we go through. We'd love your feedback, especially if you're an OG TTB. Feel free to reach out via email or message us on Instagram. We would love to kind of know how you feel about this platform because it's experimental for all of us. But Molly and I are just going to jam. Molly can see the chat. I apparently can't today. Molly's kind of running a lot of the show from her computer since today I learned mine is ancient. So there's all of that. But we would love for you to continue to share in the chat. Molly will pause us if there's something that needs to be shared. She'll read it out loud. If we don't read yours, it does not mean that it is not beautiful and amazing. It just means that we can't read every single thing. But we would love for you to share with your community. And also, I think it just helps people get other ideas that they can use to write as well. So yes, please share in the chat. And then at the end, instead of sharing out loud, we will ask for those of you who feel comfortable to share your work with us via email or Instagram. We would love to promote your work on our Instagram. And then Molly and I will choose a couple pieces each week to just highlight on each month when we do TTB, to highlight and just kind of share out loud to just promote you and your work. So that's kind of going to be our new model for sharing. But like we said, we would love your feedback. I think that's anything else? Okay.
No, you nailed it.
Great. All right. So with that, we're going to go into sort of our opening question. So let me share my screen with you again.
Get yourself comfy, put some, some moody lighting on, light some candles. We're going to write.
Hold on, my computer's still being a little slow. Let me refresh it. As I said, my computer is apparently ancient, so it's running.
Not ancient, just, aged and wise.
The wise
old MacBook. Do you want me to share?
I think I got it now.
Savo, I like your hoodie. Or is it a crew neck?
Yeah, it's a crew neck. Thank you. Okay.
Looks cozy.
It is. It is. Put on sweats, was like, can't do this anymore. All right, here we go.
Oh, she's back. Back with the slide deck.
Back with the slide deck. So I'm going to share my inspiration for today's prompt here in just a minute. But for our reflection question, describe your favorite chair or seat and what it feels like to sit there. This can just be a sentence or so. It does not need to be long. I always get esoteric and super wordy. So, mine's like very deep and emotional. But yeah, describe your favorite seat. We would love for you to share it in the chat. Otherwise, you can just write it down on your own. I'm going to give you just a couple minutes to do that. Take maybe 30, 45 more seconds to finish up your thoughts. Go ahead and wrap up your thoughts. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and share in the chat.
I actually like this exercise. You know what chair I wrote about, Savo, was
The pink
the
one?
pink, yeah. The pink velvet chair, which was not real velvet
Wait,
by
can you
any
share
means.
yours?
Yeah, it's like it's actually I kind of ended up it's not very descriptive, to be
That's
honest.
okay. That's okay.
But I said so for context, the pink chair is the chair that I sat in pretty much all of quarantine, whether I was working or whether I was doing TTB or whether I was doing other stuff late night. Like I just sat in that chair for so many hours of the day. So I wrote that it was warm, weathered, like I sit there often, too often, poor posture, leg up, iced coffee dripping on my kneecap from the desk surface. I like that it's pink. I wish it were green. I gave it to my boyfriend's sister, which is all true.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll always have a good like space in my heart for that chair.
For sure.
Um, yeah, that was awesome. Which chair did you write about?
I wrote about kind of a like the actual seat itself has felt less significant to me, so I chose a couch. But I would say for me in conversations that feel heavy or difficult, like I want to feel like closed in, like I
Oh
want to
yeah.
like go inward. Um, and so I wrote kind of about that. I can feel the texture of the velvet upholstery even through the fabric of my thin cotton shirt. It's welcoming, inviting. I'm supported physically by the natural strength of the frame, my body longing to fold and bend inward, subconsciously moving closer to what feels known and secure, while my brain continues to unravel here. Just the feeling of like feeling nestled, and so then your
Yeah.
brain can kind of go, like that feels so, as a kid, that's always felt like very comforting to me.
Yeah. I love that. Cool. We can go into our warm-up exercise.
Great.
So I'm gonna try and do some music for this because this warm-up is gonna take about 5 minutes, if not a little more, depending on where we're at. So I'm going to try and share some audio, which might mean we can't share screen. So we're still trying to figure that out. So if for whatever reason the music is really distracting, just feel free to write in the chat, like, please stop, and we will stop. There is a lag. There's like a 20-30 second delay. So I will listen to you once it comes through. Um, so the warm-up exercise is a fill in the blank poem, which if you've been at TTB before, we've done a bunch of these and they're always really fun because it's kind of instead of a blank canvas, it's like this painting that's half done and you can kind of choose what direction it goes in. So it's inspired by having a Coke with you, and we're calling it sharing a stool with you. Do you have the prompt on the next slide, Devo?
Yes. Sorry. Just,
Sweet. No,
wanted
no.
this picture was like
I know, that's a really great
inspiration.
picture. That was the inspiration for sure. Actually, did you want to share the inspiration for this prompt or is that for the main prompt?
I just no, I mean the whole night was kind of just that feeling, like whether you're a kid or you're trying to kind of squeeze in with your friend, or that feeling of like there not fully being enough room to even sit down, but you like
Yeah.
don't even care just because you're so you're so overwhelmed with whatever feeling to share space in that way with somebody, and you just like can't get close enough to them. Like that's kind of how this picture made me feel. And I think when we think of that, it's often like little kids, but kind of having two grown women. Like I wish I was trying to share a stool with Molly right now, 100%.
Same.
And so that's just, yeah, I saw this and I loved it. So, anyways, go
Love
ahead.
it. Cool. So this is our Mad Libs poetry for this evening. We're going to spend 5 minutes. I'll put a little bit of music on. Feel free to just mute the YouTube live if it's not vibing with you. But this is the prompt. So sharing a stool with you is even more, insert your adjective, than going to blank. Partly because blank, partly because blank, partly because blank. It is hard to believe that when I'm with you, blank. Okay? Savo, I think you can keep this up actually, just in case anyone comes in like while we're mid warm up. And
Okay.
I'll just play music from my computer. Again, if the music is really not working, just feel free to let us know in the chat. But we'll give you 5 minutes to work on this poem, and we'll see you back here.
Give yourself about 1 more minute to wrap up your thoughts. Sabo, you look so deep in thought.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Wait, I
looking at.
can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
No. Oh no. It says you're not on mute, so it might be an audio thing.
What about
If you
now?
check your microphone, see what it's connected to. We gotta
What?
get you a new Zoom, girl.
Can you hear me now? No?
No, I can't hear you. I know, it's weird. If you want to sign back off, if you want to sign off and sign back in, I can kind of move into the main prompt. Zoom trouble live. Oh, they can hear you. I can't hear you though.
What?
Oh, hold on, hold on. Okay, try talking.
Can you hear me?
No. Y'all, what the hell? All right, Sav's gonna explain the prompt and then we can figure out why we can't hear each other later.
Okay. For everybody else, thank you. I guess it's not just me. Okay. So now from this piece, you're going to sort of use this as inspiration for kind of our main prompt, which will take about 10-ish minutes to do. So from the spot, you are going to write 2 to 5 minutes of internal dialogue from the perspective of one of the two people who is sharing the stool. Challenge yourself to let your head go where it wants, as internal dialogue is rarely cohesive or even sensical. It is, in fact, more often sporadic, impulsive, and honest. Format your dialogue in whatever way makes sense to you. When I did this originally, I just did like paragraph kind of tangential style. When you're finished, reread your dialogue and underline or highlight a few lines that you think embody the entirety of your piece, or at least speak to the heart of it. Sometimes from a more longer free write style, I like to pull out a couple lines and use those as inspiration in future pieces, or just kind of have like a more succinct version of a free write. So really let yourself go. Remember that you are just taking on the persona or sort of getting in the head of one of these two people who are sharing the stool. Maybe it's yourself, maybe it's a made up character, maybe it is the other person's perspective, right? And you're just going to let yourself go for a couple minutes. So feel free to format it in whatever way makes sense to you. If you have questions, feel free to still use the chat, and hopefully Molly will.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I just wrote in the chat. I feel so dumb. My volume on my computer was all the way down because of the music.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, problem solved, y'all.
Okay, good. No one has to log out of Zoom. I was going to take the fall. All right, so go ahead. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes. Molly will play music. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. All right, we're gonna take just a couple more minutes. Maybe 2. All right. Go ahead and finish wrapping up your final thought. If you're in the middle of a sentence or idea or feeling. And then go ahead and go back through and reread your dialogue and underline a few lines that you just feel like really capture the essence of your piece. If you want to share your whole piece in the chat, we would love to read it. If you want to share just a few lines in the chat, that's also highly encouraged. Molly, do you think you or I should share, or do you want to just leave it at that?
It's up to you. I feel like you can share if you want, and then we can wrap it up. I think mine's kind of dark, so I don't know if I'm going to share it today. But
okay, sure, I will.
But yeah, if you want to share, and then we can wrap up, and that's probably a good place to land. This was
Okay.
a really cool prompt. I feel like I wasn't sure where it was going to go, and it just sort of took me away.
I love that. Okay. It smells delicious, but for some reason, I can't seem to make my body eat. All I can consume is you. Your smell, the way you feel next to me, the way you toss your head back, like you just laughed the greatest laugh of all time. I wonder if you laugh like that with other people. I wonder if that matters. I want you all to myself. I don't want to share you like we're sharing this damn panini. I've been thinking about this moment for months, and now I just can't be in the goddamn moment. All right, stop thinking. I can't even remember what we were talking about now. Lemons? Maple Street? Oh, yeah, your grandmother. Oh, tracking. I wonder if I look different. Can you tell I've changed? Fuck, you're thinking again. Um, okay, take a bite of the sandwich. You haven't even tried it. Shit, I forgot I hate tomato. Just swallow the tomato, you're fine. Tomato looks so much better when you eat it. You're taking up way too much of the stool. I am standing with one foot on the ground. It's carrying most of my weight, while my other foot just dangles next to yours, lifeless. You've always taken up too much. The tomato, the stool. I'm going to spit it out. I'm going to shove you over. I can't swallow it all again and still hope for something different.
Savo, that was so good. I also have to admit, I completely misread this prompt. So mine is all like straight up dialogue.
Oh, I mean,
Not
that's
internal
fine.
dialogue. But like that's kind of cool because we definitely had different, obviously, results.
I think whatever you
Interpreted
create
that.
is fine. I love in this moment when like I thought of an imaginary character when I was writing this, kind of like, I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe friend, maybe lost lover got together. Like, I don't even know if they're in a foreign country, kind of sharing this moment. But then, like, through my writing, there's always, sometimes it's merely creative, but there's usually some sort of, it kind of feels like a dream, like inner
Yeah.
projection of something that's
Right.
happening in my life. And I always feel like that's good to kind of lean into. Anyways.
I agree. I love
Um, all right, TTB fam, we want
Woo!
to hear your work now. Thank you for sitting with us through
Yes.
our first live stream. We are hoping to condense these down to about 30 to 40 minutes for y'all also, just because we don't want it to consume all of your evening. But keep writing if that's kind of where your energy is.
Mm-hmm.
So please share your writing with us. You can share it with us via email at titillatingtopbuns@gmail.com. Just all one word.
Or
Nope.
a direct message on Instagram, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. And if you don't want to, that's chill, but we would love to share, post your work, chat. Feel free to reach out.
Yeah. We love you guys and we've missed this
Yeah.
space. And we will continue to iterate. If this like didn't feel good, we can switch it up next time. And we're here for the growth.
Yes, for sure. Please
I
share
love
your
you,
thoughts.
Sabo. I'm so glad the live stream worked out. This is so sick.
I know. I feel like this is, we're just jamming and
I
like things are
know.
happening.
Feels
It's
like we're just
good.
hanging out. Even if like live stream doesn't feel like it's everybody's vibe, I like the fact that we're trying something new and that we figured it out on such late notice. Like
I
freaking
know.
just got this up and running 10 minutes before kickoff time. Like that was so much fun.
I agree. I love it.
Oh my God, I love it. Thanks everybody for like participating in the chat. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you guys next month. We'll keep you guys posted on dates and everything on our Instagram.
And Eventbrite probably as well.
And Eventbrite too. Yes.
All right. Love you, Top Fun fam. Have a great rest of your night.
Love you, Savo.